After studying this module, you should be able to know the concepts of selling and marketing, learn the difference between marketing and selling, identify different types of selling. Introduction. Now I will give a brief introduction of module. Selling is a process wherein a company undertakes rigorous promotional activities to sell the products to the customers. A lot of money is being spent on the various promotional tools in order to make consumers buy the product. Under the selling concept, the main objective that drives the organizations is the product sales and the main contender is the seller. With the change in environmental forces, organizations found it difficult to sustain in the marketplace with the production and product concepts. As more and more organizations were targeting the same set of customers, firms that were able to persuade customers with their offerings through aggressive promotional techniques were able to maintain their stay in the market. This gave rise to the selling concept, which aimed at pushing the product towards the consumers, as it is assumed that until motivated to buy the product, the customer will not initiate the buying process. The process of selling involves utilizing the most effective sales promotion strategies in order to influence customers. As the market is filled with multiple options for the consumers, organizations have to attract the buyers towards their offerings. To make consumers inclined to purchase a company's products, a need must be felt by the consumers. Sellers impart information about their products and try to create customers' interest in purchasing that product. Compelling advertising messages, attractive sale offers, competent salesmanship, etc. are used to influence consumer buying behavior. However, selling ignores the needs and wants of the customers. An organization guided by the selling concept is interested in earning profits through selling the products by any means. The limited scope of the selling concept made it redundant and organizations were faced with finding ways to maintain their share in the market. This gave rise to the marketing concept. The marketing philosophy views business from customers' point of view. All the functions of the business are defined in terms of customers' satisfaction. The marketing strategy enables a firm to survive in the intensively competitive scenario. The process of marketing begins with the assessment of customers' needs and wants. Marketing, in association with other functions of the organizations, works for the development of products as required by customers. The demanded products are priced in accordance with customers' perceptions and then delivered to the customers at the right time and place. Marketing makes sure that the customer derives satisfaction from the product purchase. Also, marketing takes feedback from the customers so as to make sure that product met customers' expectations, and in case it failed, then marketing explores the reasons behind it and takes corrective action.
As compared to selling, which begins with the product development and ends at making exchange with customers, marketing is a dynamic phenomenon encompassing a broad range of activities. Marketing begins with the identification of customers' requirements and ends with the assessment of the extent of contentment of customer needs and wants, and even extends beyond further to take customer feedback and improvise accordingly. The following table highlights the differences between selling and marketing on various bases. In case of selling, the emphasis is on sellers' needs, while in case of marketing, it is on customers' needs. The aim of selling is to satisfy the needs of the seller, while in marketing, aim is to satisfy the needs and wants of customer. In selling, goods are converted into cash by persuasion, while in marketing, customer needs are converted into products and services. Selling begins with the existing product or service, while marketing begins with identification of customer needs and wants. In selling, what has been produced is for profit generation, while in case of marketing, customer satisfaction is used as key to profit generation. In case of selling, push based strategy is used and it is based on short term perspective, while in case of marketing, pull based strategy is used and perspective is long term. The scope of selling is narrow, restricted at selling the product to customers aggressively, while on the other hand, the scope of marketing is wider, which involves market research, advertising, research, sales, public relations, customer satisfaction, and marketing. In case of selling, organizational departments work as independent systems, while in case of marketing, they work in harmony with each other. The major task in selling is to influence consumers towards product purchase, while in case of marketing, understanding consumers' requirement and delivering accordingly. In selling, price determination is based on cost calculation, while in case of marketing, it is based on consumers' perception. Production takes the lead in case of selling, while in case of marketing, marketing itself is the primary function which gives guidance to all other functions. In case of selling, consumer is given least importance, while in case of marketing, customer dictates and govern all business functions. In selling, exchange is the critical issue, while in case of marketing, customer happiness and loyalty are the critical issues. In case of selling, technology changes are not adapted, while in marketing, creativity and innovation are aimed at remodeling technology. In selling, different elements pertaining to sales are carried out in isolation, while marketing is exercised in integrated manner. Now we will look at types of selling. Selling involves exchange of goods and services. This exchange may take place between business and business or between business and consumer. In business to business selling, products are sold to a few business customers in bulk quantity for further production or resale, and the selling cycle spans a longer period of time. On the other hand, in business to customer selling, products are sold to a large number of customers in smaller quantities for personal use, and the selling cycle spans a smaller frame of time. Selling in business settings is a lengthy process as it involves decisions to be taken at different organizational stages, while selling to consumers involves decision making at an individual level. The factors affecting business decision making are complex and multiple, operating at different hierarchy levels, internal and external organizational levels. However, insights can be gained into consumer decision making by studying and analyzing the factors affecting consumer purchase behavior. Whether it is business to business selling or business to consumer selling, different types of selling approach are adopted by the marketers. These are as follows. direct selling, wholesale selling, online selling, relationship selling, partnership selling, cold selling, value added selling, price based selling, solution selling, and auction. Direct selling. This involves selling products or services by the seller to the customer directly without any intermediaries. Firms desirous of establishing close and healthy relationships with their customers follow the route of direct selling as it helps the marketer communicate with the customers and also gain valuable feedback from the customer. Wholesale selling. Selling products to the wholesaler or retailer account for wholesale selling. The wholesaler or the retailer then sells the product to the customer. This involves working out of a sales contract, pricing, and other terms and conditions stipulated with selling. Online selling. Traditional methods of selling are being overtaken by the modern selling methods. Selling products through internet is online selling. Online selling provides efficiencies in cost and time. With the growth of online selling, many traditional sellers are complementing their brick and mortar business with the online format. Relationship selling, a selling technique that harnesses the benefits from established relationships with customers. In relationship selling, the sales staff works actively in establishing good rapport with a specific group of customers. Customers build trust and confidence with the seller as the sales staff provides them effective customer care services. The company takes care of the needs of this privileged group of customers by delivering them in accordance with their specific needs. Partnership selling. The seller joins hands with the buyer, comprehends buyer's needs and requirements efficiently, and tries to offer the best possible solution to the buyer. This selling situation reduces the risks and increases the benefits that each of the partners can derive from each other. By acting in conjunction with each other, both the seller and the buyer act as customer to each other. Cold calling. This type of selling involves contacting potential customers through telephone, email, or through a social networking website and offering them goods and services. The selling is based on cold or unexpected calls wherein the sales executive or the email tries to influence customer towards the marketed product. Cold calls lay down the basis for telemarketing. Price based selling. Selling the products at low prices in order to wind up the sales cycle is known as price based selling. This selling technique is usually employed with respect to commodity sales, auto sales, hospitality, and retail sales. Price based selling position communication and promotional messages on the pricing proposition. While price being one of the most important parameters in consumer decision making, price based selling helps in drawing customers towards the product. Solution selling. This selling technique focuses on solving the customer's problem with the product under consideration. The salesperson approaches the customer by understanding his needs and preferences and provides the product to the customer in the form of solution. This selling technique guides the prospective buyers understand their needs and proposes an explanation in the form of guidance. The salesperson disseminates all the required information to the buyer, which helps the buyer comprehend his requirements and find a workable solution. Auction. Selling through auctions involves offering goods or services to the prospective customers through the system of bidding. The bids are invited and the customer with the highest bid is being sold the item. The auctions are definitive in terms of parameters like the pricing efficiency and the duration needed to plan and implement the auction. Value added selling. This selling technique is a dynamic technique that personalizes sales by offering value additions to the customers. Companies using value added selling take feedback from a sample of customers in order to derive value propositions and then work out policies to deliver to a wider segment of customers. Value added selling is usually practiced in conjunction with upselling or vertical selling. A peculiar customer segment is being targeted at with value driven specifications. Value added may be presented in the form of functional, technical, or time based utility. Next, we will be looking at buyer's expectation. Marketing as a concept aims at identifying customers' needs and wants and then devising appropriate marketing mix to satisfy customers to the best possible extent. Buyers or customers build expectations in terms of what they want from a good or service. Customers from these expectations based on the information communicated to them by the marketers through the opinions of people around them and through their purchase experience in the past. Customers expect these expectations to be fulfilled by the marketers efficiently through the provision of right product and associated services. The expectations act as a reference in consumer buying decision. Marketers have to set the expectations at the right level. If the expectations are set low, the product fails to generate revenues due to low sales. And if the expectations are set high, the buyers will not be satisfied and thereby will shift to competitors' products. It is thus marketers' job to minimize or eliminate the gap between the expectations and products' performance. The process of marketing entails understanding the customer's expectations efficiently. Accurate comprehension of what customers are looking forward is required to assist the different departments in the organization to fine tune their activities and processes towards customer satisfaction. Customers' expectations give a direction to the organizational efforts. Organizational resources are chiseled within the framework of customers' needs and wants. After understanding customers' expectations, the next step is to translate these expectations into marketing mix components. The marketing mix elements consisting of product designing, price fixation, communication decision, and network selection should be oriented towards the fulfillment of expectations of the customers. In an era of heightened competition, the key to success lies in understanding the customers well. This needs an effective analysis of customers' requirements. Business philosophies such as production, product, and selling could not help the marketers realize their marketing objectives since these approaches were lopsided and did not pay any attention to the customer's side. The marketing philosophy works within the realm of fulfillment of customers' expectations. A customer evaluates the product's performance against expectations. A product which falls short of customers' expectations fails to satisfy customers and leads to disappointment. Disappointed customers cease to be the customers of the inefficient product, and the product is not able to stay in the marketplace for long. On the other hand, products which are able to fulfill customers' expectations succeed in satisfying customers and enjoy a consistent stay in the marketplace. Customer satisfaction lays the foundation for building customer loyalty. With the advancement in information and technology, customers' level of education and awareness has increased. Customers have become more sophisticated and assertive in terms of their expectations. The dynamics of customer behavior needs to be analyzed by the marketers to understand their changing needs and expectations. Marketing activities and elements need to be framed within the ambit of buyers' expectations. Meeting customers' expectations entails market segmentation, assessing segment profile, and developing suitable marketing mix to win buyers' trust, satisfaction, and commitment.
Let us summarize the discussion we have done so far. To survive in the market, an organization needs loyal customers. The concept of selling presents a lopsided view of managing the business as its focus is on profit generation and not customer satisfaction. With selling orientation, a firm may be able to gain a share in the market, but it may not be able to sustain for longer period of time. The concept of marketing overcomes the inefficiencies of the selling concept and offers an effective way of winning among competitors. Marketing not only helps in attracting new customers but at the same time retains the existing customers. Marketing helps an organization win customers' confidence by keeping customers at the center of all business activities. For organizations to stay within the dynamic and fierce marketplace, they need to embrace the concept of marketing. Marketing comprehensively involves selling and all other essential business functions that together work in an integrated manner to satisfy aware and sophisticated customers and thereby keep running successfully in the market.